Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Jai Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Now I will again try to read from the books of His Holiness Satchidananda Swami and Shri Prema Prayojan Prabhu Maharaj. Om Gyantimirandasya Gnanashalakaya Chakshurmilitamina Shigurave Namaha Shri Manobistam Stapitmena Butare Syavapakadamham Dati Savadamtikam Vanaham Shigurushu Tapakamulam Shigurum Vishnavcham Hirupasukashtam Sadkunatam. Om Gyantimirandasya Gnanashalakaya Chakshurmilitamina Shigurave Shri Manobistam Stapitmena Butare Syavapakadamham Dati Savadamtikam Vanaham Shigurushu Tapakamulam Shigurum Vishnavcham Raghunatam Tam Datum Savadam Parijna Sikta Shri Krishna He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagat Pate Vesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radha Vrindavaneshwari Vrisha Bhanu Sute Devi Pranami Hari Priye. So I think I have reached this part with the title The Sweetness of Govinda. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami continues by quoting a famous verse. So this is, sorry, I will tell again. This is on the Gopala Gayatri mantra. This is on the Gopala Gayatri mantra, and this is chapter 5, the Bijas. The sweetness of Govinda. Krishnadas Kaviraja Goswami continues. Oh, I think I have read this. So, okay, I will read it again. The sweetness of Govinda. Krishnadas Kaviraja Goswami continues by quoting a famous verse. The goddess of fortune is attracted by Krishna's sweetness, which Srila Rupa Goswami has described in this way. My dear friend, if you are indeed attached to your worldly friends, do not look at the smiling face of Lord Govinda as he stands on the bank of the Yamuna at Keshigata. Casting sidelong glances, he places his flute to his lips, which seem like newly blossomed twigs. His transcendental body, bending in three places, appears very bright in the moonlight. Quotation number 45. Читамрita Adilila, chapter 5, verses 23 to 24. Also, the last verse, it's written here that the last verse is from Bhakti Smrita Sindhu 1 to 239. This is perhaps one of the most intriguing descriptions of Krishna's all-attractive sweetness in his form as Govinda, and a wonderful meditation while chanting Gopala Gayatri. Srila Prabhupada comments, in this verse, Rupa Goswami indicates that if one wants to be satisfied in the pleasure of society, friendship, and love, he need not seek shelter at the lotus feet of Govinda. For if one takes shelter under his lotus feet, he will forget that minute quantity of so-called pleasure. One who is not satisfied with that so-called pleasure may seek the lotus feet of Govinda, who stands on the shore of the Yamuna at Keshigata, at Keshitirtha, or Keshigata, in Vrindavana, and attracts all the gopis to his transcendental loving service. Quotation number 46. Charitamrita Adilila, chapter 5, verse 224, purport. The next part is called How Brahma Sees the Lord. It is also inspiring to meditate on Lord Brahma's vision after he received the Gopala Gayatri mantra. After having engaged in austerities for a long time, Brahma described his meditation as follows. There exists a divine lotus of 1,000 petals, augmented by millions of filaments, in the transcendental land of Goloka. On its Uru, there exists a great divine throne on which is seated Sri Krishna, the form of eternal effulgence, of transcendental bliss, playing on his divine flute, resonant with the divine sound, with his lotus mouth. He is worshipped by his amorous milkmaids with their respective subjective portions and extensions, and also by his external energy, who stays outside, embodying all mundane qualities. Quotation number 47. Brahman Samhita 5 26. In the Gopala Tapani Upanishad, Lord Brahma speaks the following beautiful verses. After having been asked by the four Kumaras about Krishna's form, how to chant his mantra, and how to worship him. These verses reveal the actual form of Vraja Kishora, the youthful cowherd boy in Vrindavana. Krishna appears like a cowherd boy. His complexion is like a monsoon cloud. He stays under a desire tree. A person who meditates with full devotion on two-armed Lord Krishna, the Supreme Controller, whose eyes are like two beautiful lotus flowers, whose complexion resembles a monsoon cloud, whose garments shine like lightning, who is holding his hands in the Jnana Mudra, the sign of transcendental knowledge, who wears a garland of forest flowers, who is surrounded by gopis, gopas, and surapi cows, who rests under a desire tree, who is decorated with divine ornaments, who stands in the middle of a red lotus flower, and who is fanned by breezes, fanned by breezes that carry the spray of the waves of the Yamuna. Such a person becomes liberated from repeated birth and death. In the material world. Quotation number 48, Gopala Tapani Upanishad 1:9 to 11. 1:9 to 1:11. The next part has a title, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's separation from the Lord. Finally, as an inspiration for your own practice, hear how deeply absorbed Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was when he meditated on the Gopala mantra, and how filled with transcendental emotion in the mood of Vipralamba Bhava, separation from the Lord. One day the Lord sat down in a solitary place and began to meditate on his 10-syllable mantra. After some time, when the Lord regained his external consciousness, he began to shed tears and called for Krishna. Oh, my dear Krishna, oh Father, oh Hari, my life and soul, where did you go after stealing my heart? I saw my Lord, but now, where has he gone? Then he began to cry, absorbed in sentiments of ecstatic love, his entire body covered with dust. He started to recite various verses. Loudly he cried out in distress, "Where did you go, leaving me behind, my dear child Krishna?" That Lord, who was previously most grave, now became greatly agitated in ecstatic love. He rolled on the ground, cried loudly, and floated in the ocean of devotional feelings of separation. When, after some time, Nimai's students came and pacified him with great care. Quotation number 49. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata, Adi Lila 17, verses 114 to 122. The next part is part 7 from chapter 6, and it has a title, The Kama Gayatri Mantra, and I will try to read it the next time. How beautiful it was described here, that the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has so much separation from Sri Krishna. For example, in verse 4 in Shri Shikshastakam, you all know Shri Shikshastaka, which was spoken in the 16th century from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You know what he said there in verse 4. Nadam Jana Sundarim Kavitam Vajakatishkamaya Maman Manyan Manishvare Bhavatat Bhaktir Haitukitvaim. Nadam Jana Sundarim Kavitam Vajakatishkamaya Maman Manyan Manishvare Bhavatat Bhaktir Haitukitvaim. So, oh my Lord, I don't want material wealth, material knowledge, followers, family members. I only want to be, my desire is to be just your eternal servant, life after life, engaged in an unadulterated devotional service to you, one life after life. We see how beautiful it is said. And we know that actually Lord Shri Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's actually Shri Krishna himself, but at the same time, he's actually Srimati Radhika and Shri Krishna together. Because in his heart are the feelings of Srimati Radhika to Shri Krishna. And he has the golden complexion of the body of Srimati Radhika. So, Jai, His Holiness Satchidananda Swami, Jai the Gayatri book, Jai His Divine Grace Abhay Charan Arvinda Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Now I will try to read from the Gaudyia Darsana of Sri Prema Prayojana Prabhu Maharaj. So, Gaudyia Darsana through absorption of the ears and tongue in service. Jai Gaudyia Darsana. Jai Shri Prema Priyojana Prabhu. Jai His Divine Grace abides on our Vrinda Shila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Jai Shila Gaur Govinda Maharaj. Jai Narayana Maharaj. Jai Shila Narayana Maharaj. So Gaudyia Darsana through absorption of the ears and tongue in service. Just as the proverb Raja Pashyati Kornabhyam states, the king sees through the ears. Similarly, Gaudiyas have Darshana of Gaudyia Nata through the ears, hearing Gaudyia, nominative, Gaudiam to the Gaudyia, accusative, Gaudiena, about the Gaudyia, instrumental, Gaudiaya for the Gaudyia, dative, Gaudiayat from the Gaudyia, ablative, Gaudiasya of the Gaudyia, genitive, and Gaudia in the Gaudyia, locative. And by the supernatural tongue which is absorbed in service, the Gaudis always experience Gaudyia Darsana when speaking Gaudyia Darshanam, nominative. Darshanam Gaudyam, vision having the Gaudyia as the object, accusative. Darshanam Gaudiena, vision by the Gaudyia, instrumental. Darshanam Gaudiaya, vision for the Gaudyia, dative. Darshanam Gaudiayat, vision from the Gaudyia, ablative. Darshanam Gaudiasya, vision of the Gaudyia, genitive. And Darshanam Gaudiye, vision in the Gaudyia, locative. Gaudyia and Gaudyia Bruva. Gaudyia and Gaudyia Bruva, Gaudyia in name. Vida Gaudyia, corrupted Gaudyia. And Agaudyia, non-Gaudyia, are not the same. A natural, genuine Gaudyia and an artificial, fraudulent Gaudyia simply dresses as a Gaudyia can never be equal without being Gaudyia internally and externally, while inhaling and exhaling, resting and dreaming, in every way, in all places, at all times, and in all circumstances. One will not enter into Gaudyia Darsana. Hare Krishna. Darshana is Sambandha, Darshana is Abhideya, and Darshana is Prayojana. Action, Kriya, is after Darshana, and after action is Ishta Siddhi, the perfection of cherished desires. On deliberating on Darshana in the form of Sambandha, the Darshana Maya, Abhideya, and Darshana Maya Prema Prayojana arises. The endeavor of fraudulent bhajana, which is devoid of Darshana, is nothing but shooting an arrow in the dark. Darshana gives clear ascertainment of the reality of the Vastu. After this, bhajana service to the real substance takes place. Without Darshana, doing bhajana is simply shooting an arrow by guesswork. Gaudyia Darsana does not occur with eyes made of blood and flesh. Therefore, she built a Mangala Thapura, removed both of his eyes made of blood and flesh, and began to render service with Darshana of the Aprakrita Vastu. Furthermore, only Darshana is Bhajana, where there is no obstacle or severance between Bhajana and Darshana. There is no obstacle between Bhajana and the Prayojana. Where there is no difference between Bhajana and the Prayojana, only there lies the asana, seat of Gaudyia Darsana. In Gaudyia Darsana Sambandha, in Gaudyia Sahitya Abhideya, in Gaudyia Darshana the glorification of Prayojana. In order to situate those who eagerly long for their ultimate goal in Sambandha Jnana, the subject of Gaudyia Darshana, dignity, has been spoken. In order to convey the Abhideya of the Gaudyas, the subject of Gaudyia Sahitya, beneficial literature, has been spoken. Srila Jiva Goswami Prabhu has said in his commentary that the meaning of the word Sahitya is bhakti to Bhagavan, and in order to indicate by a hint the inner intention of Prayojana, the subject of Gaudyia Darshana, has been spoken. All these combined are Gaudyia Darshana. In Gaudyia Darshana there is Gaudyia Gaurava, Gaudyia Sahitya and Gaudyia Prayojana. The next time I will continue with the next part, which has the title Shri Krishna Priti is the foundational subject of discussion on Gaudyia Darshana. Jai Gaudyia Darsana, Jai Shri Prema Prayojana Prabhu, Jai Shri Narayana Maharaj, Jai His Divine Grace, Abhay Charana Ravrinda Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jai Shri Gaur Govinda Maharaj. Now I will try to sing some songs. Krishna. Shri Krishna Chandra Astakam from Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Shri Krishna Chandrastakam from Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. Translation. Shri Krishna Chandra Astakam from Srila Krishna Das Kaviraja Goswami. Shri Krishna's bodily complexion reproaches the luster of a fresh rain cloud, kajal, and blue sapphires. His garments shine more than saffron, the rising sun, and a flash of lightning. His entire form is anointed with sandalwood mixed with camphor and saffron. May that Balavendra Nandana Krishna, son of the king of cowherds, bless me with service to his lotus feet. On his cheeks, Gangal Makara shaped earrings that are most expert in dancing. His round face shatters the pride of the full moon and a host of lotuses. He tightens his shackles on the Vraja gopis by eternally increasing their secret sentiments for him. May that Balavendra Nandana Krishna bless me with service to his lotus feet. His beauty, attire, life-loving pastimes, and living endeavors are all ever fresh and new. He's always surrounded by a group of friends who delight him with their joking words as they play. The rays emanating from his pleasure forest, Sri Vrindavana, defeat Indra's heavenly Nandana garden. May that Balavendra Nandana Krishna bless me with service to his lotus feet. Delighted by his friends, who are adorned with the gold of Prema, he is honored by the lords of various planets, such as Indra. Their heads touching the ground in obeisance. Yet he himself daily worships Brahmanas and his gurus. At the appropriate times of day, may that Balavendra Nandana Krishna bless me with service to his lotus feet. He effortlessly cooled the heat of Indra and Kalya Naga and easily killed Kamsa and Vatsasura. The rain of his playful pastimes nourishes his Chataka bird-like or one-pointed devotees. He delights the Vrajabasis with his valor, pure nature, and sweet pastimes. May that Balavendra Nandana Krishna bless me with service to his lotus feet. He satisfies Srimati Radhika and the other gopis with the nectar of his pastimes within the kunjas and the nectar of Rasa Lila. He nourishes Srimati Radhika and her Sakhis with his amorous pastimes and tricks, and he delights the heart of everyone with his prema, nature, playfulness, and fame. May that Balavendra Nandana Krishna bless me with service to his lotus feet. Through the Rasa Lila, which is free from any smell of mundane lust, Shri Krishna shows the true path of love, bhakti, shows the true path of pure bhakti to him. With his charming beauty and attire, he churns the minds of those who churn minds, cupids. Through the corners of his eyes, he intimates his moods to the gopis. May the Balavendra Nandana Krishna bless me with service to his lotus feet. He's always eager to obtain the touch of Srimati Radhika as she goes to pick flowers, and he's jubilant to receive darsana of the face of Radhika, who is so charming with her prema-laden crookedness. He is the enchanting sandal paste that adorns Radhika's breasts. May that Balavendra Nandana Krishna bless me with service to his lotus feet. Whoever sings this Astaka praise to Sri Krishna, who is the love of Radhika's heart and whose darsana is not possible even for the celestial goddesses, headed by Lakshmi, thus he will please not only him but also Radhika and her companions. And Krishna will engage such a devotee in service to his lotus feet in Sri Vrindavana. Sri Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraja, spoken by Shiva, by Lord Shiva in the Udvanaya Tantra, where he speaks to Shimati, to Parvati. translation. O Srimati Radhika, who is glorified by great sages. O you who dispel the lamentation of the three worlds, whose lotus face blossoms with a humorous smile, and who sports in the kunjas, O beloved daughter of King Vrishapanu, O most near and dear to the son of the King of Raja, when will you make me the recipient of your merciful sidelong glance? O you who are present in a pavilion made of creepers that are entwined around ashoka trees, whose beautiful tender reddish feet have the luster of coral and newly sprouting reddish leaves, and whose raised hand grants benedictions and fearlessness. O abode of infinite opulence, when will you make me the recipient of your merciful sidelong glance? O you who, on the stage of amorous sports, in the course of an auspicious discussion, express amazement by curving your eyebrows like bows, and then suddenly firing the arrows of your sidelong glances, piercing the son of Srinanda with amorous delusion, and bringing him under your perpetual control. When you will make me the recipient of your merciful sidelong glance, O you whose radiant and fair form resembles lightning, gold, and champaka flowers, whose lotus face defeats the splendor of the effulgence of millions of autumnal moons, and whose eyes, restless like those of a young chakora bird, make various astonishing expressions at each moment. When will you make me the recipient of your merciful sidelong glance? O you who are intoxicated by your youthfulness, and who are decorated with delightful ornaments of silky anger, and who reveals in your lover's attachment to you, and who revels in your lover's attachment to you, and who are supremely proficient in the art of loving affairs. O you who are the most learned in knowledge of loving sports, within the realm of your confidential, auspicious forest grows, when you will make me the recipient of your merciful sidelong glance. O you who are decorated with the ornaments of Anubhava, such as Hava and Bhava, and the diamond necklace of gentleness and gravity, whose breasts are like water pots made of pure gold, and which resemble twin mounts on the head of an elephant. O you, whose glorious gentle smile is like an ocean full of bliss, when will you make me the recipient of your merciful sidelong glance? O you, whose arms are like the tender stems of a lotus swaying in the water's waves, whose glance from blue eyes resembles the tips of creepers dancing in the breeze, who allure Magnum Han to follow you, and upon meeting him steal away his mind, and give him shelter in his state of enchantment. When will you make me the recipient of your merciful sidelong glance? O you, whose neck is marked with three lines like a conch shell, and is adorned with golden necklaces and an auspicious Sutra, glowing with three kinds of brilliant gems. O you, whose bluish black tresses, interwoven in a braid with clusters of flower blossoms, sway to and fro. When will you make me the recipient of your merciful sidelong glance? O you, from whose rounded hips hangs a wreath of excellent flowers, and whose charming slender waist a sublime belt of tiny bejeweled bells sweetly rings, and whose beautiful tides taper like the sloping trunk of the king of elephants, when you will make me the recipient of your merciful sidelong glance. O you whose ankle bells, sweetly resounding with a host of Vedic mantras, resemble the warbling of a flock of rose swans, and whose beautiful gait mocks the movements of a swaying golden creeper, will make me the recipient of your merciful sidelong glance. O you who are worshipped by Lakshmi Devi, the mistress of unlimited Vaikuntha planets, and who bestows benedictions upon Shri Parvati, Indrani, and Sarasvati. Even one of the nails of your lotus feet gives rise to an infinite variety of spiritual perfections. Oh, when will you make me the recipient of your merciful sidelong glance? O mistress of all kinds of sacrifices, of all activities, of the mantras uttered during Yagya, of all the gods, of the teachings of the three Vedas, of the enforcement of all scriptural principles, of the goddess of fortune, of forgiveness, of the delightful forest of Vrindavana, O mistress and empress of Vraja, O Srimati Radhika, I offer my pranama unto you. O daughter of Vrishapama, upon hearing this wonderful prayer, please make me qualified to perpetually receive your merciful sidelong glance. By your mercy, my three types of karma will be destroyed, and at the moment I will enter the circle of the son of the king of Raja and his dearmost Sakis. Srinanda Nandana Astakam, an ancient prayer by an unknown Vaishnava author. His round face is so lovely. His beautiful ears are adorned with hanging jeweled earrings, and his body is nicely anointed with fragrant sandalwood paste. I offer pranama to the Shri Nanda Nandana. His eyes are elongated like lotuses. Peacock feathers adorn his head, and he enchants millions of cupids. I offer pranama to that Shri Nanda Nandana. From the tip of his beautiful nose hangs an elephant pearl. His rows of teeth shine naturally like pearls, and his bodily complexion shines like a fresh rain cloud. I offer pranama to that Shri Nanda Nandana. His hands are adorned with a flute. His majestic gait exhales that of the king of elephants, and he is beautified by fine yellow garments. I offer pranama to that Shri Nanda Nandana. His threefold bending form is most beautiful. His nails glow like the moon, and he is adorned by priceless gems. I offer pranama to that Shri Nanda Nandana. His body exudes an extraordinary enchanting fragrance, and upon his broad chest the Kaustubha gem shines, along with the mark of Srivatsa. I offer pranama to that Shri Nanda Nandana. He is Vrindavana's expert paramour, who dresses in a manner to enhance his charming, playful pastimes, and who liberates Indra from his pride. I offer pranama to that Shri Nanda Nandana. The exquisite lover of the damsels of Raja always bestows happiness upon all living entities that enchants their mind. I offer pranama to that Shri Nanda Nandana. Whoever with faith recites these 8 verses, glorifying the son of Nanda, will easily conquer the insurmountable ocean of material existence and attain shelter at his 2 lotus feet. Sri Damodarastakam, spoken by Satyavrata Muni. Translation. I worship the Supreme Controller, whose form is eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. Upon his cheeks, makara-shaped earrings are swinging, and he shines most brilliantly in Gokula, running away from the grinding mortar in great fear of Mother Yashoda. He was ultimately caught from behind. Weeping incessantly, he rubs his eyes with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear. He takes heavy breaths again and again that cause the pearls and other ornaments around his neck, which is marked by three gracefully curving lines, to tremble. I offer pranam into that Govinda Damodara, on that Damodara, who is bound by his mother's Vatsalya Bhakti. Through pastimes such as these, he draws the residents of Gokula in pools of bliss, thereby informing people who are aware of his godhood that he can only be conquered by his devotees. Hundreds of times I again offer living obeisance to him. O Deva, I do not ask for liberation from this world, nor the highest liberation of residency, Vaikunta, nor do I seek any other benediction from you, the supreme benefactor. O Nata, may this form of yours as Balagopala, a little cowherd boy in Vrindavana, forever remain visible in my heart. What is the use of any other benediction? Your lotus-like face, encircled by soft, blackish blue curly locks of hair that have a reddish glow, is repeatedly kissed by the gopi Shri Yashoda. May your lotus face, with lips like red bimba fruit, always remain manifested in my heart. I do not care about millions of other attainments. O Deva, O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, obeisance unto you. O Prabhu, be pleased with me. I am drowning in an ocean of miseries. Alas, I'm most afflicted and do not know what to do. O Isha, shower me with your merciful glance and kindly uplift me by becoming directly visible to my eyes. Just as you freed the two sons of Kuvera, even while bound around the belly, and made them recipients of devotion. Similarly, please bestow upon me profuse prema bhakti to you, in your form as a little cowherd boy. O Damodara, I long for this alone. I do not want any other kind of liberation. O Damodara, I offer pranama to the rope binding your belly, for it is an abode of brilliant effulgence. I offer pranama to your belly, which is the mainstay of the entire universe. I offer pranama again and again to Srimati Radhika, your most beloved, and I offer pranama to you, my divine Lord, who perform unlimited transcendental pastimes. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlada Jai Shri Prabhupada.